Hi, welcome to my channel, or should I say my new channel, My Reality, My Truth 777. So, Spirit has been working on me, okay, and I was led to speak my truth, okay. So, this channel here, I have a tarot and reading um channel already, but this is catered to me and my life experiences, okay, where I get to speak my truth. um so here we go. I My truth. Where to start? Well, since the calendar of ancient times is fucked up, I know I'm not 34, but for the sake of humanity and the Matrix, whatever, we'll say I'm 34. Okay. I have no kids. Do I want kids? I don't know. Why don't I know? Because my mother abandoned me at 7. Okay. She abandoned me at 7. And if that ain't the kicker, she abandoned me on Thanksgiving. Yeah, Thanksgiving. The day that is supposed to be set aside for being thankful in this bullshit ass society. And um yeah, so I think that there, while everybody else is so into Thanksgiving, I've never been that person. Since the age of 7, I have not wanted to fuck with Thanksgiving. It reminds me of being abandoned. It reminds me of, in my head, being less than, not being loved, all of those things. My grandmother adopted my sister and I. My sister was 2 when we were abandoned. So my grandmother took us in and she raised us. She was in her mid 60s when she did this. So, she was on the verge of retiring, but she couldn't retire because now she's got us. So, in that, I had to grow up early. Don't necessarily care about that part. Um, but there are some things, I guess, that as a child I should have been doing that I just didn't have time for, right? Um, I was sexually assaulted at the age of 5. My sister was a couple months old, and I had prayed for a sister a long, long, long time, and she was being gifted. And in her being gifted, my innocence was stolen because it was either allegedly my life or hers, right? And because I had prayed for her to be here, I wanted to be a big sister. I took that brunt, okay? I held on to that information for a very long time. The woman that gave birth to me has no idea that any of this ever happened. But my grandma found out, and we had a real hard conversation about it. She cried. I don't think I cried. I don't remember. Um, but yeah, okay. Looking over my life, I spent a lot of time hating, and guess, I'm human too. So that emotion is real. I hated the woman that gave birth to me. Okay. And maybe the last year or two, I've been getting this constant download of, you can't hate her because that's not who you are. Imagine if you would have stayed. Imagine if she wouldn't have walked out on you to go get high. Imagine if she would have stayed with her already having an addiction. There's no telling, me and my sister probably would have been doing tricks for her to get high. Anything could have happened, you know? So, in that deep as download, I've been trying to reflect and understand, you know, how you could let a drug take you over like that. And B, why you wouldn't come back for your fucking kids. Why did you feel as though you weren't fit to be a mother? Why you felt as though you were going to attempt to have 2 abortions, not 1, but 2 with both of us, and they both failed? You had trauma of your own, I'll give you that. You are now, I'll be 35 this year. You will be 60 in a couple of days. The woman that gave birth to me will be 60 on Tuesday. I hope she's doing better. We don't talk because I tried to mend the relationship and she fucked me over again for the same shit. Now, do I play a part? Maybe. I had moved home back to Winston-Salem because I wanted to be near the family. You know, I didn't grow up around my family. I grew up in Raleigh. So all of my cousins and all of them, I don't really know them like that. So the purpose in me going home was to get closer to my birth family. Well, in the midst of that, she stole from me. Now, what I will say is this, okay, and this may play a part in her relapsing, and I've already atoned for that. She was going to AA meetings or NA, whichever one it is. Okay. She was going to those meetings and she was allegedly doing good. I was working, and at the time, one of my coworkers came to work sick. Okay. I ain't really a sickly person like that. But when you coughing and sneezing around people, that kind of shit is liable to transfer, right? So I caught this cold, and at the time I was a bartender, so the bartender in me was like, fuck it, the quickest way I know to get rid of this shit is to drink some liquor and sweat this shit out. Went to the liquor store. I bought some Jack Daniels because I was making hottie toddies, right? Put a little extra shot in there, you know, so it could get the getting. And lo and behold, my mom had caught it. She had caught the cold from me too, right? So in this, I'm just like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna just clear the house out. Everybody gonna drink this, right? So we can all sweat this shit out, and so we can all start fresh type shit. Well, I didn't use even a half of the bottle, right? And so, in that, we drank it or whatever. And I was not thinking about her being in NAAA, whichever the fuck it is, okay? So we drink it, and about a month later, I caught another call from the same damn coworker. But now that I look back on it, I really don't know if it was a cold or an ascension, okay? But nonetheless, I come home from work and I go to look for the liquor bottle because, bitch, I'm sick. Like, I'm about to make another hottie toddy and sweat this shit out. So I'm like, well, where is it? And she was like, oh, that bottle been gone. Bitch, what? Bitch, you drank my shit? And she was like, yeah, I don't know why you left it here. You know it was gonna get gone type shit. And I'm like, this bitch really drank my shit. Like, it wasn't that I was mad at the principle of A, yes, I bought this shit. And B, bitch, no, you did not put in on this shit. But mostly, C, bitch, why ain't you ask could you have some? Right? So I was feeling away or whatever, and I was like, well, fuck it. That's fine. Like, I found a different way to sweat it out, right? So about a couple weeks later, she came to me and was like, can I get $20? And mind you, she get food stamps. I was working. There won't really shit, you know what I'm saying, that she really needed outside of maybe her cigarettes or whatever, right? So I was like, well, what you need $20 for? Because at this time, I'm trying to save up so I can move the fuck out, right? And she was like, I need to go do something. And because that sounded suspect as fuck, I told her no, right? So this lady, because I really almost called her out her name just now, took it upon herself when I went to sleep to go in my wallet and take what she wanted, right? I'm a Leo sun sign, okay? Cancer Venus, Aquarius North Node, Virgo Moon. Bitch, you don't steal from me. Give a fuck who you are. So I didn't even realize that she had taken it. Right? So about a week or two later was my birthday, allegedly. And she got me a wallet with a watch to match it. It was cute, don't get me wrong. But, bitch, I was like, oh, this is cute. She was like, yeah, I got you a new wallet because the one you got is done for. Bitch, what? And she was like, yeah, I noticed it when I went and got XYZ from you. You did what, ho? Say less. So I called my aunt, her sister, and told her to come fucking get me before I kill your goddamn sister. Yes, before I kill your sister. You openly admitted to me that you took from me. Then when I ask you what the fuck you take money from me for, you said I needed to go get something. So now I'm being me, rummaging through your shit, and then I find your fucking stem sitting beside your goddamn bed. So you stole to go get high. Is it my fault that she relapsed? I don't know. Maybe. Do I have something to do with it? Maybe. I feel like willpower should play a part too. So I ain't gonna take all the blame on this. Okay. And this is something that I had to come to grips with. That bitch, maybe you did play a part in her relapsing. But nonetheless, bitch, you stole from me. And because of that, I can't fuck with you. Right? And this ain't the first time you've actually stolen from me. Let's be clear on this. I think she killed my granddaddy for the inheritance. My granddaddy had a heart attack, but he was holding a picture of her. Do I think you did some fucking black magic, your Pisces ass? I do. Okay? I sure the fuck do. Consciously, subconsciously, however the fuck. Yeah, I think you gave my granddaddy a heart attack. And then, if that wasn't bad enough, you stole my inheritance from it. And what you do with that money? Smoke that shit the fuck up. I don't understand. Now, closure. I don't need to be face to face with you to give you closure or for you to give me closure, because I ain't gonna lie to you. If I ever see you face to face, especially with how I'm set up now, bitch, I really might box your ass. Now, when my grandma took us in, I was 7, my sister was 2. She ain't even attempt to call for a good 2 weeks, 3 weeks, to see if we made it anywhere, if we were okay. None of that shit. And then I decided to dig down the rabbit hole, right? To ask the other side, what the fuck? And then you find out that your parents, for the most part, have always abandoned you, and that it is set up this way so that you can go out into the world and tell others. That's the gag. Okay. My life, this contract, I'm supposed to be leading others to the light. Okay. My grandma raised me. She was a deaconess in the church. So I was always at church functions, right? We didn't have like most kids did, so I got picked on. I was plus size. I found comfort in eating food, so I was heavier, and I got bullied a lot. And then when you're chocolate, a darker brown skin than the rest of them, I used to get called Miss Seeley. All types of shit, okay? I was bullied in school. School did not start to get okay for me until, believe it or not, high school. But then, in high school, what I realized was that I was the quiet, smart one in my group. And that's probably why the fuck I was kept around. Because I was the smart one that made the rational ass decisions. And because I made sure everybody's grades were up to par also. You know? And because of that, that just adds to the level of being accepted by others. Like, the lengths that one will go to be accepted. Right? Now, the first time I had an epiphany, an awakening, it scared, well, let me not say the first time. The one that I remember first. I had come back, or we had came back from summer break, 10th grade year, and my friend was standing outside of our English class. And she looked a little pudgy, and I just, pressed on the stomach a little bit. I said, "It's a baby in there." She said, "Girl, stop playing," and pushed my hand away. I said, "Okay." And then about a month later, she came to me and was like, "How did you know?" And I was like, "You look pudgier than normal, you know?" And I think that was my sixth sense kicking in. But when you have these epiphanies and shit like that, and you express that shit to people, they look at you like you crazy. Like you don't know what the fuck you talking about type shit. And, I just let it be. But I know what I be feeling. Usually my fucking intuition be right. Okay? And that's just real. I dated a couple of chicks, and that was interesting. So interesting that I thought for a very long time that females was not where it was at. And then I went and tried to do dudes, and that shit was definitely a no-go. And then when you stop looking, it appears. So last year, I met this chick, and we became friends. And one day, she said what she felt, and I responded, and now I'm back in a relationship with a female. So it's interesting how things can come full circle. Speaking of that, I came out to my religious family, my grandma and my adopted family, my senior year in high school. Now, mind you, for a very long time, I was fucking around behind the scenes, though. Like, from an early age, kissing on girls and shit like that. But at 8 or 17, my senior year, I decided to tell the family that I like girls. Why the fuck would my crazy ass do that, And they almost, in a roundabout way, tried to have an exorcism on me. I was disowned from the family, and this, that, and the third. And so, what I was already feeling as being an outcast from my mother and now from my family, I always knew I was the black sheep. You don't look like this and have this shape and not be the typical, okay? But I realized that this was a way of y'all trying to suppress me. And it wasn't until a few years ago, before my uncle died, he decided to get right with God, allegedly. And he called me. I didn't answer the phone because you abandoned me too, And so I let some days go by before I checked the message. And on the voicemail, he decided to say, I hope you can forgive me for disowning you and things like that. And in that moment, it was sentimental. Did I cry? No. But it did touch. It made my heart, feel away. But then, dun dun dun, I come to find out the reason why you apologized to me isn't because of me. It's because you accept the fact that my cousin, your granddaughter, right, likes girls, is queer, gay, lesbian, or queer, I think. I can't remember what she considers herself. I'm not into the labels, okay? I like what the fuck I like, and it just so happens to be a chick. If you want to call me a lesbian, go ahead. But his apology was because she decided to come out. And somehow or another, it's okay for her. But I was the trailblazer. Now, granted, yeah, the one that walks the road first, the less traveled path, there will always be obstacles. Do I forgive him? Yeah. But I don't forgive him on the fact of your weak ass apology. I forgive him because I have to move forward. Let's see, what else can I talk about? A nice portion of my life I've been homeless. You would never expect it. I lived in my car for like a good 2-3 years, working 2 jobs. Yeah. 2 jobs and homeless. Imagine that. This society is fucked. Okay. I just need to put this disclaimer. This is what I believe. My reality, my truth. Okay. The society is fucked up. You have all these fucking things against you from the very start. How are you expected to move forward if your path is not shown to you? If it's not, the more oppressed we are, the easier it is for them. Everybody is starting to wake up now. Now, me personally, I've been conscious since about 2017, 2018. In 2020, that's when I came into my empathic powers. When George Floyd was killed, I cried. I cried every fucking day. It weighed so heavy on me because I'm tired of seeing African Americans, people of melanin, treated less than because we aren't this, okay? That makes no fucking sense to me, right? And let me be clear when I say this. The police and the government do exactly what they're supposed to do. Policing came about to round up black people, okay, back during slavery times or right after slavery. That was their way of governing. So they do exactly what they're supposed to do. They keep us oppressed. Protect and serve. Who are you protecting and serving? The government. It's a whole lot of shit going on right now. Right now. I have a lot of views on what is happening right now. Doge, what Elon Musk and Trump are doing, I don't necessarily want to say it's a hoax, but it is definitely a coup, for starters. And B, it is a motherfucking distraction. They're distracting the collective from awakening. Now, my thought is, yeah, I agree that there needs to be accountability. If the government is fucking over the taxpayer and everyday American citizen, yeah, I want y'all to call that. Speak truth. If there's money being wasted on y'all's bullshit ass elaborate vacations and bullshit ass lunch meetings and things like that, if you're taking stupid ass bribes, you know, the corruption that y'all are doing behind the scenes that y'all don't want to fucking talk about, yes, that needs to be governed. Yes, y'all need to speak truth to that. Now, do I believe that all these federal workers deserve to be laid off? Fuck no. But I also believe, because I called this back in October, that the world was not ready for A, a female president, and B, they're just not ready. The world is still awakening. This here, Trump being elected, is the catapult, okay? Is going to take us where we're supposed to be headed in the future. Okay? This here was designed to happen. It has to happen. It needs to happen. Um, Everybody's freaking out over eggs and shit. Ever so often, the world needs to purge. I'm not talking about running around killing people and, you know, the purge like the fucking movie. But Mother Earth, okay, has to go through these cycles of purging and cleansing the energy within her. So, yeah, bird flu is relevant. How did it become relevant? Who started this? Because that wasn't Mother Earth. Now, she's going along with the flow because, again, the body of work has to clear out this energy. Okay? She's also in purging the earth, showing y'all that y'all don't need to be eating all this dumb shit. I said what I said. Um, Damn, I had a thought and it just left. I don't know. But shit's getting real. Oh, I do know. The Pope is sick. So allegedly, he was supposed to try to open a portal on Christmas, right? A portal that should not be fucking open. I'ma just say that. Now all of a sudden, he got kidney failure or issues with the kidney and double pneumonia in both lungs. Okay. It's a little more to that. You don't I mean, yeah, you old and it is winter time, so there is, you know, the possibility of pneumonia and flu and shit like that. But if you try to open a portal that should not be opened, I'm pretty sure Spirit is kicking that ass for that. Yeah, but we just gonna say it's double pneumonia and kidney issues, you know. Um, let's see. I've been arrested before. I was homeless and I needed money, so I stole something. Am I proud of it? Fuck no. Well, why aren't you proud of it, Shanita? You know, it helps to create the person you are today. I'm not proud of it because I had went 30 years without being incarcerated with handcuffs on me. I went a very long time without having to see fucking cops in that manner. And when it happened, like I said, I was homeless. So, you know, shit was really already fucked up for the kid. And then shit hit the fan when that happened. And then in that same week, COVID happened. Talk about being fucked up. It was a humbling experience. I only sat in lockup for 4 hours. Um, but nonetheless, it was an experience I had to go through. Did I know better? Fuck yeah, I knew better. But when life is life and get it how you live, right? Do I advise you to go steal some shit? Fuck no. Okay, but if you're gonna do it, be smart about it. You know. See, my issue was it's not that I wasn't smart about it. My conscience kicked in. Imagine that, right? Um, having a fucking soul. Um, so yeah, that's what happened. Hold on, guys.